Many times people ask, is it necessary for everyone to comment on a low-level staffer statement that is not very kind towards Prime Minister Narendra Modi? Now, the question here is, how does one respond when somebody is deliberately taking pot shots? Because the story had nothing to do with Modi, yet somehow somebody wanted to include Modi in the conversation. Now, what happens is, this is an opportunity. You never let go of an opportunity. And here is our not letting go of this opportunity. Sit back and watch what happens. So, what really happened? The United States Department of Justice said that it had determined that the Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman, had legal immunity from the 2018 lawsuit filed against him by Jamal Khashoggi's fiancée and a rights group called Democracy for the Arab World Now, DAWN. The said spokesperson, Vedant Patel, reiterated this designation only applies to MBS in his role as the head of government, that is of Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Now, here is where things get interesting. I'm very sure this was a planted question that a particular reporter asked. Then it says, when asked if there have been previous cases, Patel listed 4 instances. President Aristide in Haiti in 1993, President Mugabe in Zimbabwe in 2001, Prime Minister Modi in India in 2014, President Kabila in the DRC in 2018. This is a consistent practice that we have afforded to heads of state, heads of government and foreign ministers, he said. See, this is where I find mischief. Why drag Prime Minister Modi into this? Didn't the Indian Supreme Court give him a clean chit? So why just keep on raking this thing up? That is because there is a group of people in the Department of State who want to take pot shots at India no matter what happens. If something is there, they will go and take pot shots. Now, we are not going to let go of this opportunity, and let's show you what is the basis for this statement. The basis for this statement is the USCIRF declaring India as a country of particular concern in the year 2022. Let's take a look at who were there in 2022 in the USCIRF. This is not the first time that India has been listed as a country of particular concern. What should India do? Maybe India should have its own version of USCIRF, and it can create, start having committees, parliamentary committees, who can determine that yes, the United States is a country of particular concern for its treatment of XYZ and so on and so forth. I mean, that would stir the pot. But this organization, which is funded fully by the government, its nominees are handpicked by the leaders of the Republican and Democratic Party, loves to take pot shots at India. So here are some of the instances. You can see that in 2022, the USCIRF said again that India was a country of particular concern. What was the basis for this finding? Well, they said that we have looked up a lot of reporting, and again the reports, the articles that they looked at are all from left liberals who have an agenda, the wires of the world, if you will. Okay, and the commissioner at that time for USCIRF, her name is Nadine Mainza. More on this in a little bit time. Just stay with me for a second. If you look at closely at the authors who wrote the 2020, 2021 and 2022, these are all drafted by people who are of Pakistani origin, and they have an inherent anti-Hindu bias. For example, the 2022 report was written by a Pakistani national, Niala Mohammed, and she has worked in Voice of America for some time, but she has always been a critic of India. They couldn't find anybody else, clearly. There was an Anirima Bhargava who was supposed to be the Hindu representative in USCIRF, but I have not seen any work from this person. Maybe she's just getting sinecure payment here, who knows. It's not just that the authors and experts at USCIRF are biased. These people are also getting money from organizations inimical to India. For example, a unit called Burma Task Force paid $267,000 between 2018 to 2020 to lobby the USCIRF and get India designated as a country of particular concern in their annual reports. What is Burma Task Force? It was founded by 𝙒𝙑𝙬𝙁 Mujahid of Pakistan, a 𝙒𝙬𝙬𝙤 IAMC founder, Indo-American Muslim Council. Remember this alphabet soup that I keep talking about. 4-letter acronym. There will be a Muslim there, there will be an American there. Those two words will always be there. This person was indirectly lobbying to get India blacklisted. How did this happen? You can see the entire data. You can pause the video if you want here and take a look at it. I've also given you some reference links in the description section. Now, take a look at how all these things tie together. 𝙒𝙬𝙬𝙁, Burma Task Force, goes and gives a lobbying contract to Fidelis Government Relations. This, I think, is a lobbying firm, which in turn donates that money to USCIRF, which then obliges by making a report critical of India. Now, the next person that we need to look at is 𝙒𝙑𝙬𝙁 Mujahid. This person is a founder, treasurer, volunteer, executive director, chair of Burma Task Force. Now, I'm going to give you a link between this person and a founder of 𝙤𝙗. Here we go. How does this relate to the founder of 𝙤𝙗, Ahmadullah Siddiqui? This person is also holed up in the United States. He escaped when 𝙤𝙗 was banned. He escaped from there and he is sitting right now in US. I don't know if India will ever ask for his extradition, because you know that 𝙤𝙗 morphed into PFI, which stands banned, along with a bunch of organizations surrounding it. So Ahmadullah Siddiqui, who was a founder of 𝙤𝙗, and he co-founded with 𝙒𝙑𝙬𝙁 Mujahid, there was an organization called ICNA in the 80s and 90s. The third person was 𝙒𝙬𝙬𝙁, and you can take a look at this particular drawing. Excellent work done by Disinfo Lab to put together all the dots. All this stuff, by the way, if you go searching for the links now, you may not find them. These people will immediately start, sanitizing their website pages. It's very, very sad, because that is exactly how these things evolved. And now to try and make it look as if it's not them, it doesn't wash, because this has been around for a long time now. IAMC engaged with USCIRF in 2013 and lobbied them to get India blacklisted. This is way back in 2013. So this is the second wave. So money dries up, these people will go hibernate, do something else, and then money comes up again, shows up again, back to being, opening these new alphabet soup organizations and carrying on the anti-India narrative. In January 2022, as part of the India's Republic Day celebrations, there was a conference hosted by Hindus for Human Rights. Now suddenly you want to bring in the Hindu angle, as if the Hindus themselves are not very happy with the Modi government. The Indian American Muslim Council and 15 other organizations. So IAMC was part of it, but the name given was, this is an event being done by Hindus for Human Rights. Who is Hindus for Human Rights? Here, Sunita Vishwanath is supposed to be the person who is the face of Hindus for Human Rights. There's another individual by the name of Rajagopal. You have to read this Operation Tupac document, 129 pages put by Disinfo Lab, to get the full understanding of how each of these people are connected. They'll be associated with a multiple set of organizations with seemingly independent action, but you will all see that the funding comes from the same place, all the actions are coordinated. That's how they look bigger than what they actually are. By the way, in a different post, I have also explained how these people are also behind Equality Labs. I'm glad Google saw through this whole thing, but some other Silicon Valley companies have fallen for it. I hope they don't come to regret it. This is our way of taking an opportunity and making full use of it. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. If more organizations such as PGurus come forward and start talking about the ulterior motives, perhaps the Department of State, those lumpens who are always trying to somehow poke India will start shutting up. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.